Hey guys, welcome back. Ray here with Corn Dog Caravan, and today we're going to be unboxing our new Sportsman Generator 1000.
I'm Ray, and you're watching the Corn Dog Caravan channel. My wife Chris and I decided there's more to life than working and doing house projects. So we sold everything we own, built out a Ram ProMaster we call Lotus because others think it's stupid, and are traveling full-time seeing friends, family, and exploring the beautiful country around us, along with our 2 Boston Terriers.
So guys, if you've been following our channel, you know that we have solar and we also have batteries and everything. But there are times, depending on the conditions, weather conditions. Right now we're in Lake Havasu, Arizona. We've got some sun today, but there have been a couple of days we were in Death Valley where we were getting rain, snow, just really bad conditions for probably about a week or two, and our batteries are not quite at 100%. We wanted to get back up and top off. Now the ways you can top off the batteries, or even for full charges, either plug in somewhere, maybe an RV park. There's also Boondockers Welcome locations. Some of the hosts will provide power either for free or for a charge. We've used that. You can also tap into a fringe generator if there's one close by, or like in this case, we went out and bought a Sportsman generator. They were on sale at Tractor Supply, really good price, $159 before tax and delivery. We had considered the Generac, we had looked at the ones from Harbor Freight, looked at the Hondas, almost bought one from Costco. There was actually a Furman brand, and what we found out, the generator was a modified sine wave and not really sure if it was going to work in all conditions. Decided to keep looking, and we found the Sportsman 1000 generator. It's got a pure sine wave inverter built in. It's 1,000 running watt, or 1,000 watts peak, 800 watts running. I think really for our use, really using it for kind of emergency use and for topping off our batteries, this is probably going to work best for us. It's lightweight, it's under 30 pounds, I think it's 22 pounds maybe, and we'll go through the specs and the details of it. And today is really going to be an unboxing, and also we'll do a kind of an early run of it, putting fuel, putting oil, kind of the startup, and the break-in period. All right, so let's see what's inside the box. Got our instructions. Like a bag with a screwdriver, 12-volt jumpers. We are looking at the Sportsman 1000 inverter generator. It's 1,000 maximum watts running, is 800 watts for running power. Quiet operation, supposed to be 56 decibels at no power, so we'll test that later. This is not a paid endorsement. We purchased this towards the end of 2021 from Tractor Supply. Current price is $159.99. The green version looks like it's the same exact model, is $179.99, and we're going to walk through some of the details. Here on the front panel we've got 120, one single outlet here. We've got a DC port here. We've got a DC fuse protect. Oil alert, it's got a light. I don't know if it's got an audible warning, so if the light goes on and you're not watching it, it's not going to help you, but it does have an automatic shut off, so it'll shut off the engine to protect the engine. And in order to reset it, you would have to add oil. It's got an overload warning here. It's got an output light. It's got an eco mode on and off. It's got the power on and off. We'll need to turn that on in order to start it. Just know, most generators come already filled with oil. This one does not. So you will need to get a 10W30 weight oil. I went ahead and purchased a full synthetic oil for the break-in and for the continued running of the generator. You'll also have to put fuel in it, which that should be no surprise. It runs on regular unleaded gas. This is a 40cc engine. It's a 4-stroke air-cooled engine, and the only maintenance going forward will be just the normal oil change, regular change of the air filter. It's got a washable air filter element, so that's nice, and then just regular kind of checks of the oil levels, check your fuel levels, and just kind of just keeping good operation condition. So it's got warning signs everywhere that the generator is shipped without oil, so it should not shock you. So that is the front panel here. On the side, you've got the on and off switch here. Got the recoil pull start here. Choke lever. Move it to on to start the engine. Once it begins to run and warm up, then you will just slowly move it back to the off position. Primer, once you have fuel in the engine, you'll prime that until the gasoline is filled in here. Exhaust on the back. And lovely display here. Now included with the generator are instruction manual and a quick start guide. I highly encourage you to read the full manual. You can read as much as you want, but one important section to read is the break-in period. I think a lot of people that have had problems with this possibly may have skipped the break-in period, which breaks the engine in, sets the ring, sets the piston. What they recommend for the first 5 minutes of running is to not have any load on the generator, and then only run the generator for the first 5 hours at maximum 50% load, and also to vary the engine speed. So that means putting a little bit of load on it, a little bit of load off, just randomly doing that, just like you would a car engine, for those that know about breaking in a car engine. So what we're going to do first is we're going to be adding the oil. It recommends 7.5 ounces. Now some of the older videos I've seen talked about the instructions mentioning to put in 10 ounces, and I think people have had problems with actually the engine holding the full 10 ounces. So either they've made an engine change or they've adjusted the amount of fluid that you'll need to add before starting the engine. I've already put gasoline in the tank here, so that's full. There's an opening valve here that you'll want to open up. You'll turn it clockwise to let air into the gasoline tank. Right now I'm going to go ahead and close it back. And then we're going to go and add oil. So we're going to take these 4 screws out. Now what's nice is they do provide a screwdriver in the little package. And it also looks like they provide, so it's a little Phillips head. It looks like a number 2 Phillips. And then they also add this, which, what you may not realize, this is for the spark plug. So when it's time to change the spark plug, I think they recommend, I'll have to double check the schedule, maybe the first 20 hours to check. Really you're just checking the gap, you're just checking really the condition of the plug. And probably to help you turn it, you just insert the screwdriver here, and then you're going to left to loosen, right to tight. I don't see a torque setting. I would imagine it's probably maybe 12 foot-pounds, but don't take my word for it. I'll maybe put it in the description if I can find anything there. You definitely don't want to over-tighten the spark plug and strip out the head. So let's go ahead and get some oil added. This has a plastic cover. All of the housing is plastic, so I'm going to say it's fairly durable, but at the same time it's plastic, so take care of it. And you're going to see here's the oil fill. Take the cap off. And it looks like they probably pre-oiled the engine slightly at manufacturing, so there's a little dab of oil on the step. And we're going to be adding 7.5 ounces of 10W30 oil. Also included in the instruction manual bag is a little paper oil funnel, one-time use only. So we travel with a kitchen scale, so I'm going to measure out the oil. I purchased oil also from Tractor Supply. It's the Traveler, it's the 10W30 full synthetic. It was on sale, it's 1 quart, which will probably get me at least probably 3 to 4 oil changes. So I've got my scale on, and I'm just going to measure this out. So that is 7.5 ounces of oil. Before I fire it up, I'm also going to go ahead and check the level on the stick just to see what it looks like. And it is up to the full line. Now while I have the cover off here, I'm just going to point out a few things. We've got the air filter here. Again, the same screwdriver will be used to take that off. Take that one screw off, and inside, go ahead and check it. So that's the removable filter element. Once you've washed it, cleaned it out and dried it, press it back in to that same location here. And just here, you've got a carburetor here. There's your choke lever here, primer bulb, carburetor, air intake, oil fill. And there's also probably some warning symbols here and scheduled timings. Coil start, on off. Let's replace the cover. Okay. That we've added the fuel and we've added the proper amount of oil. Now we're going to go ahead and start the generator. And again, following the step-by-step quick guide, it's really easy to follow. Quite simply, add your oil, add your fuel, start the generator, turn the engine switch on, and it lays it out here in the instructions. So you've got an on and off switch here, so turn that on. And the fuel tank cap air vent to open. And on the top you'll see on the cap it says actually open and close. So just a quick little simple turn. Put the choke to the closed position. Pop the primer button till the gas bulb is full. And it looks like about 10 to 12 pumps. So now it is completely full. All right, let's fire it up. I'm going to turn the economy off. That'll allow it to run at a lower wattage. And right now we're not going to have anything plugged in, so everything is in check. Let's see if we get it on the first pull. Choke off, and I'm speaking a little bit louder. Very quiet generator. Now we're just going to let this run for 5 minutes without any load. So we are back now a few days later, and I'm still wearing the same clothes. How does that happen? So what I did the last video is we started it up. I did an initial break-in. I started the engine, only ran it for 5 minutes, was under no load. And then what I did after camera shooting is I went ahead and ran it for the first 5 hours at about a 30 to 40% load of the generator. And what I wanted to do today is I unboxed it. I wanted to kind of give a little update. I'm also going to be doing an update probably in a few weeks, maybe to a month or two later, with once I get more use with it, should I need it. Since I got the generator, all of a sudden now I'm getting a lot more sun. So kind of like my snowblower, you buy a snowblower and it was snowing. So what I'm going to do now, I took it out of the box, I haven't fired it up. I want to kind of run through the opening procedures on starting it up. So again, turn the gas cap to open. Open the valve on the side to on. Close the choke. Turn the inverter on. Flip switch here. Prime the button. I've already got gas in it, but I'll go ahead and prime it a few more times. It is full. And now we'll get it started. Pull number 1. Pull number 2. So that was just a quick review of the Sportsman Generator 1000i, purchased from Tractor Supply. I did notice a couple of days ago, just at the beginning of the year, they upped the price back up to $299. So what I would say, watch for it either at Ace Hardware, Tractor Supply, I think Home Depot even online carries these. Watch the price and try to pick it up for around 150 to 160 range. Initial review. So far I love it. It did everything we needed. We needed to top off the batteries, and after running just at 5 hours, and I only added I think a little bit of gas to it to get it to the 5-hour mark, everything was topped off and we're in great shape. So if you liked the video and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit that little subscribe button. Also hit the notifications bell, and that way you'll get more updates as I do more videos, which I'm trying to get more and more edited and get published out, trying to do a better job with the channel. And if you like what you see and have questions about the generator itself, please comment below and ask any questions I can try to answer. Again, I've only run it right at 5 hours, which is the first part of the break-in period. They suggest running it for the first 20 hours at a maximum of 50 to 70% load. And right now I don't have really the need to run it that high. I haven't really tried to run it even at a full capacity to test the wattage. I think I was only using probably right at about 350 to 400 maximum when I was doing the battery top off. So check back in a couple of months, check the channel for other videos. We've got more coming, and we'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Here's a picture of the oil dipstick and fill port. They've milled the edge nice so when you empty out the oil it pours out smoothly. This is what the oil looks like after the first 5 hours of limited running. Thanks for staying to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know if it was helpful. Also, please comment below if you have any questions about the van build or suggestions about the future content as we build out this channel. Follow us along our journey on Facebook or Instagram using Corn Dog Caravan. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about our channel.